Ave Satanas, Ave Lucifera, Ave Father Satan, Ave King Lucifer, Ave Lord Belial, Ave Lord Leviathan, Ave Queen Astaroth, Ave Beautiful Queen Lilith, Ave King Azazel, Ave Lord Pazuzu, Ave King Asmodee, Ave King Asmodeus, my great patron, Ave Satanas. I love every one of my brothers and sisters in Father Satan. If they're real, I'm 100% to Father Satan. If they're fakes, no, sorry, I haven't got time. If they're fucking bullshitters, and I tell you the ones I don't like, okay? Like, and I'm being honest. I don't, when I do these videos, okay, I don't do them for attention. Number one, I don't do them for attention. All right. I'm obviously not getting paid to do them. I'm obviously not getting no money from YouTube. That's for fucking well sure, or anybody else for that matter. Would be nice, but in order to do that, you got to have like like fucking 100,000 subscribers or something. I got no idea how many you need for that, but I'll never get to that day. That's for sure. But like I told a great sister of mine, and she is a very good sister of mine, and she's been a sister of mine for like fucking years, man. For I'd say since probably 2005. Maybe earlier than that. She's been a sister of mine, and her husband has been sister. Her husband has been a brother of mine longer than that. Like, I was friends with the both of them, and neither one of them were together then. Then eventually they hooked up, and they got married, and they've been happily married ever since. And my brother's birthday, actually his birthday was yesterday. And I wish him a very happy birthday. Belated birthday. I already wished him a happy birthday on social media, but this is a belated happy birthday to John Ramsey. A very good buddy, a very good brother. A true 100% brother. Just like his wife is. His wife is 100% true. And I was doing a video a few minutes ago. I had to cut it short because I had a phone call that I had to take. Quick phone call. I had to take it. I couldn't just blow it off, right? Sometimes you can blow off certain calls, but some calls you can't. That was one of the ones that you kind of can't. But anyway, the reason why I'm doing this video, anyway, get back to the basics, get back to what I'm doing, is sometimes, right? Sometimes us as Satanists, theistic Satan, whether you're a theistic, traditional, spiritual Satanist, whether you're a traditional Satanist, theistic Satanist, spiritual Satanist, devil worshipper, demonologist, or demonolator, I should say, because demonologist is just a study of demons, and demonolator is the worship of demons, which I've been doing for many years, many years, and I love it. I really do. I love it. The more I do, the more I love. That's like with Father Satan. The more I learn, the more I love. And I've been on this path a long time, man. I mean a long time. And I wouldn't give it up for nothing or nobody. And their Father Satan takes care of his own. If you're 100% true to Father Satan and the demonic, every demon and every demoness that there is, and you pay them pay all of the ancient gods and Father Lucifer and Father Satan, King Lucifer, Father Satan, if you pay all them the true respect that they deserve and reverence that they deserve, you'll have great experiences, man. You gotta honor, love, and respect them. And one thing about this path is you have, especially I'm just going to say this one for newcomers, for new people that are new to the left-hand path, and think that as soon as they join the path, everything's going to be wonderful for them, right? think that there'll be beautiful, sexy women knocking on your door, think you'll have tons of money, and all this. It don't work that way, guys. You know, sure, I'd love to have millions of dollars in the bank, or even on person. I would love to, but that's not the way it works. Do I have money? I'm comfortable. The most important thing to me is I'm happy in my walk with Father Satan. And I learn shit, or things I should say. I learn things every single day. Every day I learn something new from Father Satan. And King Asmodeus, my patron demon. Every single day I learn something new from Father Satan. There's not a day goes by that I don't. And I'm not joking, I mean every day. Every day I learn something new. Father Satan has something in store for me every day. Mightn't be the biggest thing in the world, and it mightn't mean shit to anybody else, but it sure as hell do to me. Because Father Satan is my life, man. And I know there's theistic Satan. I'm not theistic Satanists. I know there's Satanists out there, so-called Satanists, who belong to the Church of Satan, or they're members of the Church of Satan, I should say, or they call themselves Satanists, like the Temple of Satan, for example. Okay, but they don't believe in Father Satan. Now, come on, what kind of bullshit is that? Like, that's just complete fucking hypocrite. You call yourself a Satanist, but you don't believe in Satan. Like, how the hell does that work? You're a fucking atheist if you don't believe in Satan, period. There's no in-between, there's no on the fence, there's none of that bullshit. It's either you're 100% Satanist, and you're 100% devoted, excuse me, I scratch my ear. It's either you're 100% Satanist, theistic Satanist, traditional, demonolator, devil worshiper, whatever you want to call. It's either you're 100% believe in Satan and the demonic, who are all demons and demonesses. I call female demons demonesses, and male demons demons. But all of the demonic, who are the true ancient gods, if you don't believe in that, if you don't believe that Satan is an actual deity, okay? And if you don't believe that Lucifer is an actual deity, King Lucifer, and if you don't believe that beautiful Queen Lilith is an actual deity, and if you don't believe that every demon and every demoness, who are the true ancient gods, are deities, living, like, real, not fucking make-believe, real, 100% real, if you don't believe that they're real and 100% real, what the fuck gives you the right to call yourself a Satanist? Or, because that don't even make sense. That's pure hypocrite. And I do not care who the person is. I really don't give a fuck. You're either a Satanist, a theistic Satanist, traditional Satanist, whatever, spiritual Satanist, what have you. You either truly believe in the ancient gods, that they are actual, that they're real, okay? You believe in Father Satan, you believe in all of it, or you don't believe in none of it. There's no, I'll pick this part and then forget the rest. No, that's not the way it works. I know that for a fucking fact. I've been around, okay? I've been around a lot. Sorry about the shaking there. I've been around a lot, man. And I can guarantee you, over the years, the shit that I have seen would scare people to death. And I'm not bragging. By no means of the words. I'm just being real and telling you like it is. And I know I have many brothers and sisters, true Satanists, brothers and sisters, true brothers and sisters, who have done the same thing, and seen a lot of the things like that. I have seen shit that would make people, I have seen and did shit, okay? Especially a lot of the things I've seen, okay? That would fucking, and I'm not joking, I'm being dead serious. And I've had things happen to me for Father Satan, gifts from Father Satan, and King Asmodeus and all the demonic divine. I had things happen to me that would make most people, that would make fucking people that are so-called normal, right? That would send them howling to the fucking loony bin. That would literally, and I'm not joking, I'm being dead serious. That would literally, 100%, send them, fucking phone. That would literally 100% send them to the a psychiatric hospital, or an emergency room. Or it would send them to call up, you know, call fucking psychiatric hotline or something like that. I know this for a fact. And if I ever spoke to a psychiatrist, I wouldn't tell them anything about that. It's not that I'm ashamed of it. But if I ever told a psychiatrist or a doctor, any kind of doctor, or psychotherapist, anyone that works in that field, if I ever told any of them 10%, no, not even 10%, 1% of the shit that I've seen since I've been a kid, and I know it's real, and the shit that I've seen since I was an adult, even the shit that I've seen in the last fucking week, for that matter, they would put me in the hospital and drug me up that much I wouldn't know if I was alive or dead. They would put me on that much fucking medication. Heavy medication too. Psych meds. I know that for a fact. Because I know Father Satan is very... And I wouldn't care how much psych meds they put me on. I still wouldn't change my mind. I still wouldn't change my mind. I wouldn't say, no, sorry, that was a delusion. No, sorry. It wasn't a delusion. The stuff that I've seen and have happened to me, I know is a fact. 100% fact. I can remember, I'm going to give you a couple examples, okay? I may as well, seeing as I'm fucking doing it here. I may as well be honest. This is for the new people, or this is for new people to the left-hand path, or people that just want to listen, man. Okay? Now, I can remember one time, I was like 18. Was I 18? Yeah, I was like 18, 19. I'll say I was 19. Okay, this is just one example. I was back home, in a little small town that I was raised in. Okay, and I mean small, like fucking... Back then there was like 250, 300 people there. Now there might be 85 or 90 people in the whole town. Like now there's nobody there at all. Okay? I was down by the baseball field one night. I was sat down on the bleachers. Nobody, only me. Physically. Physically, that is. I was the only one there. And I did a ritual earlier that night. Okay? Now a little bit went on in the ritual. Little thing happened in the ritual. I won't get into specifics. And I was just sat down on the bleachers by myself, just thinking about Satanism, thinking about life in general, thinking about Father Satan and all the shit that everyone's blamed on him over the years. You know, and to my surprise, and believe you me, I was very surprised because I was not expecting it. Right? I was sat down on the bleachers, and this is a small town in Newfoundland, okay? Never ever have earthquakes. Never. So I couldn't blame it on an earthquake. Okay? If I told somebody, the first thing they would say, oh, you must have had an earthquake. No. Hell no. No earthquake. 100% no earthquake. Okay? No big truck passed by. Nothing like that happened. Okay? To reason it away. I was just sat down there on the bleachers. Like, and the bleachers were small. Like they weren't very long, right? They were a very tiny set of bleachers. They're made of wood, plywood, 2x8s, the ones I was sitting on. And all of a sudden, I looked over to my right, the bleacher started shaking, okay? There was no wind, not a draft, okay? There wasn't one little tiny bit of wind. There was no wind. The bleacher started shaking. I got this feeling, okay? I knew exactly what the feeling was, because if you're true to Father Satan and King Lucifer, sorry about the shaking, guys. If you're true to Father Satan and King Lucifer, you know the feeling. You know the feeling when Father Satan's giving you the feeling, right? Or a patron demon is giving, or matron is giving you the feeling. The bleachers. I looked over to my right. I was sat down there all by myself. I looked over to my right. Never seen nobody. The bleachers start literally shaking, rocking back and forth like we were having an earthquake. I stayed there for a few seconds. I knew what it was. It was Father Satan, and I got down off the bleachers, okay, because it really startled me because I wasn't expecting it. Right? I was just sitting down there having a smoke. I got down off the bleachers, stood up. The ground wasn't shaking. The bleachers stopped shaking. And I said, okay. So I was very happy that happened. I was really startled at first, but I was very happy that happened. Very, very happy. And I knew exactly what it was because Father Satan let me know right on the spot that it was him. Because at that time I was what you would call, I was a Satanist. And not Levan either. Although I did start reading the Satanic Bible, that is how I started. Because that's the only thing I could find at the time, because there was no internet. That was before internet. Way before the internet or anything like that. That was before anything like that. And the way I got my first Satanic Bible was a girlfriend of mine from the same town. She got it off a friend of hers. He was a buddy of mine also. In a town about 30 minutes drive away. And he had two there. He had two. And he gave me one of his. So first, that was the first Satanic Bible that I had. That was the first Satanic literature that I had, actually. And he ended up giving it to me. So I started out basically as what you would call, you don't hear anybody talking about it now though, but it's still, it's still there. I was what you would call a rebel Satanist. Basically, I was all over the place. Anything to do with Satan, I was there. Right? Didn't matter what it was. I was just, I was a rebel Satanist. Didn't matter. Like there was no solid foundation. Okay? The solid foundation came later on in my life. And, burning Bibles, burning whatever we could burn that had anything to do with, Zion beliefs. Burning Bibles, waiting your ass in Bibles, pissing on Bibles, shit like that, right? Stuff like that. And, of course, everybody in the little town was scared to death. Because I had pentagrams plastered all, and Satan is God, and everything, Lucifer is God, and all that, Lord Lucifer, Satan is Lord, all that, right? Spray painted all over the place. Like I really did, man. Those have been the days, man. You're younger. And there was only like 250 people in the town too, right? 99.9% of the town was shit-baked. And I mean shit-baked. Like they were fucking traumatized. That's how fucked up. That's how small communities get. Especially like very tiny communities like that, like where I'm from. Because everyone, the only religions there were Pentecostal, Catholic, and fucking United and Anglican. That's it. 4 of them. And there wasn't too many of them. But I had fucking people traumatized. And that's just one little bit. I had people traumatized in a million different ways. And I loved it. And I knew I was getting the blame for it, and I didn't give a fuck. I wasn't getting charged with anything, because I wasn't doing no crimes. Tearing up a Bible is not a fucking crime. But anyway, yeah, I just want to toss that in there. I know this video is a little long, but be thankful, man, for everything Father Satan gives you. Everything you have. The ones new to the left-hand path, seek as much knowledge as possible, because knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have, the more powerful you are. I know that for a fact. And I was told that by a Satanist, theistic Satanist, told me that years ago. First when I started talking to him on the internet. He's dead now, he's gone, he's been gone a few years. But he told me that years ago. Seek as much knowledge, John, as you can. I could call myself Asmodeus, because Asmodeus is my patron demon. And I noticed a lot of guys on social media, not so much women, but mostly guys, that, I gotta say this, even though this video is like fucking forever long, okay? This is the longest video I ever done. But I have to say, I'm fucking shaking, man. But I have to say this. I know two guys. I don't know them personally. I really don't want to, because they're fucking doorknobs. They call themselves theistic Satanists. Okay? But they also don't call themselves theistic Satanists, because they say theistic Satanists is reverse Christianity, which is not. Okay? Not to me it ain't. Not at all. Not in my honest opinion. Not in my practice. It's not. And they use the names of two demons. Okay? Two very powerful demons, actually. They use the names of two demons. And when they do their videos, or this is what they used to do. I don't know if the two greenhorns still do it or not. They pretend they have all this knowledge, but all they shoot is bullshit. Okay? And they also, the both of them, when they talk, especially one more than the other one's not so bad. Like, one of the guys is not so bad. And they're founders of a group on Facebook. And one of them's not so bad, one of the guys. But the other one, all he talks about is fucking retarded. Like, not retarded, just fucking wacko shit. Like, shit talking about fucking, you know, I don't know. So I don't want to get into it on the phone, on social media. That's how fucking stupid half the shit he says, spouts out is. But he fucking, when he does a video like I'm doing here, sometimes he changes his voice from normal talking voice, right? And he thinks he's all big and bad and all this bullshit. You know, meanwhile, if someone punched him in the face, that'd be it for him, right? He'd fall like a fucking stone if he got a crack in the windpipe. But anyway, when he talks, he's talking like I'm talking now, like normal. And then, of course, he changes his voice, makes his voice sound, he changes his voice to sound deeper. All he does is change his voice to be deeper. And you know what he says? He says that's, okay, I'm going to use it. I'm going to say it. He's going to say that he says that that's King Asmodee speaking through him. Because he honestly says that he's King. He honestly says that he's King Asmodee. And the other guy says that he's Lord Pazuzu. Now, I know 100% fact that's total bullshit. Because, not hardly. Not hardly. But to me, personally, I think they're disrespecting Lord Pazuzu and King Asmodee. By doing that, 100%. They're totally disrespecting them two great demonics. But anyway, with that being said, this video is a lot longer than what I intended. Ave Satanis, I hail to every one of my true brothers and sisters, and hail to all the new brothers and the new people to the left-hand path. Research and study, man. Ave Satanis, hail Satan. Ave Lucifera, hail Lucifer. Ave Lord Belial, hail Belial. Ave Lord Leviathan, hail Lord Leviathan. Ave King Asmodeus, my demonic patron, hail Asmodeus. Ave Queen Astaroth, hail Queen Astaroth. Ave beautiful Queen Lilith, hail beautiful Queen Lilith. I'll talk to you next, guys.